Today we're going to look at a method for division called, in English, long division. Now, the way of doing this requires quite a few steps. So the best way for us to remember these steps is to use a rhyme, which the rhyme goes Dad, Mom, Sister, Brother, Rover. Rover is a very common name for a dog in England. Now the D stands for division, M for multiplication, S for subtraction, B for bring down, and R for repeat, and it also stands for rest. Now, we're going to use this to divide a number. We might have a question like maybe 464 divided by 3. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my question up. I'm going to set it up in a way called the bus stop. So, the first thing is we build ourselves a bus stop, and inside the bus stop goes the number we're going to divide. It's important you give yourself enough space so that we can do all the steps. And we're dividing by 3, so 3 is going on the outside of my bus stop. Now, following our rhyme, it's got D first and it says divide. So the first number I'm going to divide is our number here, number 4. So I'm going to do 4 divided by 3. Now, 3 fits into 4 one times. So first of all, I've done my division, so I'm going to give it a tick. Next comes multiplication. So I'm going to multiply the number I've just put on the top, the 1, with my number outside of the bus stop, which was 3. 3 times 1 is 3, which I'm going to write underneath the 4. Next comes S, sister, or subtraction. So I'm now going to subtract that 3 that I put underneath with the number above, which was 4. So 4 minus 3 leaves me with 1. Subtraction is done. Next comes bring down. Now the number I'm going to bring down is the one directly next to it, which is 6. And I'm going to write that there. So now bringing the 6 down next to my 1 turns that number into 16. So I've brought down, I can give my B a tick. Next, I have R, repeat or rest. Now because I'm not at the end of my number, I'm going to repeat. So I go all the way back to the D. Now, my new number to divide is 16. So I do 16 divided by 3. 16 divided by 3, I think that's 5. So I'm going to put my 5 above the 6. Tick my division. Now this is why we multiply. It gives us a chance to check if we were right. So I can now do my multiplication with the number 5 I just put on the top with my number outside of the bus stop. 5 times 3 is 15, which I write underneath. Okay, so I've done my multiplication. I don't think I can fit any more 3's into 16 after I've got to 15, so it looks kind of right. So 16 minus 15 now leaves me again with 1. Okay. Just going to grab and move ourselves up a little bit so we've got a bit more space now. So 1. We've done our subtraction. The next step is, of course, the B, bring down. So let's bring down the next number, which in our case is a 4. If I bring down the 4, it makes a new number for us of 14. Further down. We're still not at the end of the number, so now we're going to repeat. Repeat back to the beginning takes me to D, so I'm going to divide that number. 14 divided by 3. Now, I believe that that must be 4, so I put my 4 above. To check, Give yourself a tick at the D first. We then move on to our multiplication. 4 times the number on the outside of the bus stop, number 3, gives us 12, which I write underneath. After M comes S, so I've got to do a subtraction. 14 minus 12 leaves me with 2. Now comes the difficult part. There's no more numbers to bring down. We're at the end of the number, so there's nothing to bring down. But we have at least tried to do that step, so let's give it a tick. Now, because we're at the end of the number, there's no numbers left to bring down. That 2 that we put on the end now isn't divided and we're not repeating. Instead, that 2 becomes our rest. $154 rest 2. I'm going to put a question up on the next page and you are welcome to try it. The answer will appear after 30 seconds. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found it interesting. Thank you.